That's right. Cool. I have a theory about Fair Libra. So, got a little bit of a conspiracy theory. I personally think the developers were kind of undecided for a while between this design, between Third Strike, yo. What's up, everybody? It's your Captain Blackbeard Slim, and we are back in here with High Score Haven episode number 2. So, shout out to all the High Score Pirates in here. Once again, like and subscribe to the channel. But today we got an interesting little topic today. But in case you are here for the first time, allow me to introduce myself. I am Blackbeard Slim, aka Sean. I'm a trucker. I am a content creator. I'm an investor. I am the exception to the rule. I am jack of all trades. I am whatever positive adjective you want to give me. No, I'm messing around. But anyway, man, I typically stream fighting games, retros, and indies Monday through Thursday on Twitch. So follow me on that channel as well if you want to see some live streaming. And also, I'm the host of the High Score Haven podcast, where we talk about gaming and geek culture related things on here. And today, we got a little bit of an interesting topic. Today, we're going to talk about the Judgment Girls of Street Fighter 3. Kind of where they came from, the origin of them, and their backstories, because I didn't even know these chicks had backstories. Also, for the second round, we're going to talk about what are we going to talk about for the second round? Oh, we're going to talk about the console wars for the second round, and should they even be a thing nowadays with the way video games are going? We'll talk about kind of the origins of it, where it was back then, and what's the state of it now. So, yeah, and thank you very much for the baits. Thank you very much for the Bates Motel. I definitely appreciate that. And shout out to everybody on Twitch watching live. Thank you so much for the support. And if you haven't already, follow my channel, Blackbeard Slim, on YouTube. So let's go ahead and just dive on into this, man. So what is the concept of judgment in Street Fighter 3 anyway? And so some of y'all know I play Street Fighter Third Strike. At this point, I'm a Third Strike player. I'm not just a guy that plays Third Strike. I would consider myself a solid Third Strike player to some extent. So one thing I noticed in my playthroughs, every once in a while you'll have 2 draws in a row, or you have some double KOs. And what it used to be in other fighting games and older Street Fighter games, it used to just be a draw and nobody would win. But Street Fighter 3 attempted to change that with something that's called Judgment. And basically what they do is they take the score that you would have gotten, because the Street Fighter 3 series, they had grades at the end of each match. So what will happen is they will take the grades from each combatant, and based on those grades, that's what the judgment will be. That's what the judgment would be based on. And you could declare a winner. You could break the tie without having to draw or play the whole match over again. Even though in some tournament circuits, some people think it's based by luck, but no, it's actually based off the grades. So if I were running a tournament, judgment would be legal, but I don't know if that's the Jazzy Circuit standards. But anyway, man. So what's kind of cool is they have like different girls who hold up the signs and talk about who is the kind of different girls that will hold up the signs and will show who the winner is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull up an example for y'all right quick. I probably should have had this loaded before YouTube started, but yeah, just to kind of give y'all an idea of what this would look like, because some people never played Street Fighter 3 and have no idea what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the YouTube and pull it up. Judgment Street Fighter 3. We do it live, man. We do it live. Let's see what that would look like. Okay, so Judgment Explained. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find Chun-Li. Oh, Chun-Li always wins the Judgment. No, player one. Okay. Actually, you know what? We'll tune in this whole video just to kind of give you a better explanation about the judgment. So let me actually pull up YouTube right quick. Chun-Li is bae. Chun-Li is the best ever. Well, she's actually S tier in Street Fighter 3. Yep, Chun-Li, woohoo. All right. Oh no, get that up here. Bring my logo back. Once again, folks, we do it live. So, boop, get that down there. What I was trying to do was find my screen capture because that's what I wanted. We're going to go to the YouTube right quick. There we are. Boom. And we're just going to enlarge this. That's what he said. All right, let's look at it. Something called Bus Karate Dojo, fair use. The rumors are Chun-Li always wins the judgment. Player 1 always wins the judgment. Yada, yada, yada. All right. Girl characters always win the judgment. Nice. I've never seen Chun-Li lose. So these are quotes from different places. All right, so this is judgment right here. So you see the 3 girls there, so they're going to be holding up signs. Okay, you got Chun-Li and Ryu won at that time. So that actually busts that theories. Fair use free. Come on, Bates. So don't do me like that. But yeah, so this what you're seeing right here already bust up both of those theories. Ryu is player 2 and Ryu won the judgment. So shout out to let's see. Okay. What happens is when I press 7 for the Price is Wrong sound, it skips the YouTube video. So let's actually go back to where we were here. All right, cool. So got Chun-Li here. It is a short video, so that's why we're going to kind of run it all the way through here. It's only like 2 minutes. And that way I can get more to the Judgment Girls themselves. Okay, so we got Chun-Li and Yoon this time. Let's see who wins it this time. Okay. So once again, that's 0-2 for Chun-Li. Shout out to Chun-Li, brother. Okay, so we got a Ken here. I wonder if Ken's going to win the judgment. Freaking Ken. Yeah, Ken won. I mean, it's 2. You might as well just wait to reveal the third one later. Now, what I have not seen in judgment is a clean sweep. I've never seen like a unanimous judgment. It's always 2. Of course, Necro's girlfriend would be there. Got to go for Necro. Ooh, okay. So again, Chun-Li lost out again, 0-3. So Necro doesn't always win a judgment. Or maybe he does. Let's find out. But yeah, we just did that. Oh, okay, his girl ain't in this time, so. And boop, Chun-Li got it. All right, so Chun-Li finally got one. The lame out, perfect. Okay, so let's see. What does that say? The match is indicated to you would not reflect the match in the truth. In the real world, every player will show all their maximum abilities and skills. So if it's 2 perfects, if you just stand there, then I guess there is sort of a little bit of a luck involved. But if you're actually playing, yeah, exactly. That's why I said earlier, the person who obtained huge score and more grade will win. So it's more like, so I guess they're going to show it here. All matches tested in arcade, recorded on Dreamcast. Okay, so that's done on that. Cool. Let's go ahead. So shout out to no, go away. All right, we're out of there. So just wanted to get that out of the way. So let's go ahead and get into the Judgment Girls themselves. So there are 8 of them, and we're gonna start with Anna. Because she's Russian. I guess you can say Anna as well, but shout out to Anna. Shout out to all the animes and Tekken. But Anna, a blonde Russian girl, wears a long coat. Anna is a Ushanka. I'm guessing that's the hat that she's wearing. She wants to become a mathematician, studying geometry and astrophysics during Street Fighter V. Okay, so we got a math whiz in the house. Her hobby, touring cafes, even though she doesn't like to drink coffee. So I'm guessing tea or maybe apple cider is her things. The captain can relate because the captain don't really like coffee neither. But I'll have my energy drink. I'll have my green tea. I'll have my ciders, my hot chocolate, that kind of thing. There are plenty of other things to get in cafes besides coffee. Desserts, all that good stuff. And she experienced her first travel overseas when invited by Karin from which is Sakura's rival in the Street Fighter series. So, okay, so we got our friend Karin here. Even though Karin doesn't make an appearance in the Street Fighter 3 series, it's interesting to see that her family, the Kanzuki clan, still is very much involved in the story somehow. So let's look at some basic stats. So she's 5'2", she weighs 108 pounds. Okay, so that's blood type A, as if that matters. Birthplace August 28th. So that's Leo, right? August 28th is Leo, maybe. I don't know. First game Street Fighter 3 New Generation, which that's going to be the case for all of these. Birthplace is Russia. We talked about that. So likes is tasty food. Again, she likes cafes and math. Dislikes bitter coffee. All right, so we kind of covered all that. I guess that was a little redundant. So what I'll do, I'll just kind of go through all the different stats, the different stories of the girls, and then we'll go into like a moves list. So we'll do it that way. So next we got Effie, who appears as a judge in Second Impact and Third Strike. Okay, so some of them came a little bit later. So hold on, they don't have a picture of Effie. Whack. Anyway, let's go here. Let's try this out. Open this in a new window. Maybe we get a picture there. All right. Do we get a picture? Oh, we do. Oh, okay. So that's what they did. All right. So Effie, non-playable character in the Street Fighter series. No. Don't do that to me. She's Necro's girlfriend who first appeared in his ending in Street Fighter 3 New Generation, where she rescued Necro. Okay. A ride or die indeed. In Second Impact, in Third Strike, she appears as a member of the Judgment Girls. So let's look at her a little bit. Okay, so a little bit longer. I'll see if I can shorten this up a little bit. So small and blonde hair, yada, yada, yada. Low cut red dress that's covered in studs. Okay, so let's look at the personality. Let's see something here. So not much is known about her personality, but she's loyal as hell to Necro and mimics some of his actions. So you've probably seen it for all the Necro mains, or if you've had the chance to play against Necro. Yo, what's up, Al Nimbus? Welcome back, fam. But let's see. Oh, back in here. So yeah, she's always kind of mimicking Necro whenever he wins or loses, actually. So if Necro is knocked out, she'll like slide on the screen. She'll lay down beside him. Or if he kind of buckles sometimes the characters get knocked out and they'll kind of like lean over. She'll do the same thing. And she'll like say all the sayings and everything. Or, she'll be like, out of my way. Stuff like that. Or she'll sing like Necro does. Necro does the, she'll do that as well. Have a kind of broken harmony there. Anyway, so we're not gonna go into we'll go into a little bit of the story. So early life, since it's here, why not? So okay, so apparently her and Necro were captured by the Illuminati. Interesting. So during Second Impact, she appears during Necro's ending to save him from Gil's trap. So apparently Gil tried to do some BS. And Third Strike. Okay, so they're now fugitives after Gil's find out that Necro survived. Okay, so the Illuminati's got to hunt them down, and they're trying to get out of Russia. All right, fair enough. Cool. So we're going to exit out of that. Shout out to Effie, man. And next, we're going to go into my personal favorite, Miss Fair Libra, who I was iffy about her. I know what I'm trying to say. Her ethnicity at first, but this clears it up. So Fair Libra is a tall black American girl from Brooklyn who wears t-shirt, shorts, and rollerblades, or inline skates, because rollerblades is a trademark. Come on, Street Fighter fandom, do better. So she is a lively and friendly teenager that loves dancing and old school hip hop. Has a good relationship with her brother and father. Okay, so she got some good values, probably. Her father, Eric, is a professional saxophonist, and she grew up with her phone overflowing with music. So I have a theory about this right quick. I have a theory about Fair Libra. So, got a little bit of a conspiracy theory. I personally think the developers were kind of undecided for a while between this design, between putting her in the game and putting Elena in the game. Because God forbid you have two black girls in Street Fighter, or any fighting game for that matter. So they kind of had to choose one to be a judgment girl and choose one to be a fighter. And obviously, you see what we got here. But I'm going to talk about that more when we go into the moves list. But let's look at the stats. So 5'8". Okay, so she's tall as well. Pretty tall. Although Elena's 6 foot even, so she's the tallest Street Fighter. 130, blood type AB. First appeared in Street Fighter 3, the New Generation, which is actually the first Street Fighter 3 game. So some of y'all may not know, but Street Fighter 3 actually had a trilogy. Much like pretty much every Street Fighter game from 2 forward actually had a... you had Street Fighter, then Street Fighter 2, then Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, then Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and then even like Ultra Street Fighter 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2. But that's crazy enough as it is. Street Fighter 3 had a straight trilogy. New Generation, Second Impact, Third Strike, which we all know and love. 4, you had Vanilla 4, then you had Super, then you had Super Arcade Edition, and then you had Ultra. And even and then with Street Fighter 5, which is, I'm glad they did this, they made seasons. And even then, the newest season, they just dubbed that Champion Edition. But that's pretty much. So anyway, hopefully y'all like that brief Street Fighter history lesson. All right, so April 27th. I don't know what sign that is. I think Taurus. Fair Libra was born in the USA. And her likes her animation, dance, pizza, and hip hop. So, okay. Shout out to pizza. Even though she dislikes broccoli, though. Your captain loves broccoli, so I don't know if that's going to be a match. So, next up, we got Julia. I never make a fool of ya. I forget what movie is that from. No, I remember. Daddy's Little Girls. When Gabrielle Union was trying to, find a dude or whatever. Anyway, don't mind me. Anyway, Julia is an earnest English blonde girl who wears riding clothes. Okay. So she's the daughter of the president of a company that deals with energy resources. And in the same riding club as Karin. So, okay, another rich blonde girl. Fair enough. And respects her for being the head of the Kanzuki Zaibatsu at a young age. She is a member of the Worldwide Young Ladies Club, whatever that is. Yo, I love it. So her stats, she's 5'8" as well, but her weight is a secret because you're never supposed to know a lady's weight. Hair color, obviously blonde. Blood type B. First game, Street Fighter 3, New Generation. Birth date, November 12th. Okay, shout out to the Scorpios in the house. Birthplace, the UK. Likes horse riding and parking. Let's see. There's a note here. Oh, parking is cake. Okay, so I'm guessing that's a UK thing. Fair enough. Babes, be nice. Basic Country Club. I love broccoli sham. All right, I said I'm gonna read the chats afterwards. Anyway, and she likes Thunderstorm. Oh, she's scared of them. Interesting. I mean, I'm not a fan of the rain personally. It annoys me more than I'm scared of it. So that's that on that. Moving on, we got Lily, a fashionable woman from India. She works as a film producer, which is pretty cool. She's working on a production of the Eternal Gangas sequel, watching street fights to use as a reference for an action scene. And she's a relative of Dalsim's family and originally practiced yoga along Sally. Not gonna lie, I thought this was Dalsim's wife. When I first saw her, I'm like, yo, they put Dalsim's wife in the game. That's kind of cool, but nope. I think it's like Sally's little sister or cousin or something. But yeah. One thing I've liked about the Judgment Girls too, you get girls of different backgrounds represented. And that's something I've always appreciated about Street Fighter as well. They try to pull from different places around the world as far as inspiration for all kinds of different characters. So a lot of tall chicks here. Okay, 5'7", 125, blood type A. Of course, from New Generation. Birthday is April 8th. April. What sign is that, y'all? Somebody help me out in the chat. Because April 8th, I know that freaking sign. Is that Aries? I think it's Aries. Ask me how I know. Birthplace, India, likes yogurt. Okay, so and yogurt is a key ingredient in a lot of Indian dishes. So that was a nice shout out to Indian food. Dislikes electrical appliances. So that was a confusing one, y'all, because how you gonna be a film producer but don't like electrical appliances? Like, how's are you? I don't know, man. Okay, sorry, Aries. I was right. Thank you, Bates. So next we got Rifa, a Chinese girl who wears a blue China dress with a red floral pattern. She does not wear a hair accessory of any kind, which even though it looks like she's wearing one. She's the youngest of 3 sisters and has loved being physically active ever since she was a child. She's an athlete specializing in the 400-meter sprint and the 400-meter hurdles. Okay, so, pretty, likes to run around a little bit. She's very talkative and enjoys inviting friends over to her house. So shout out to all the tomboys. Fair enough. All right, so finally we got a little bit of a shorter woman here at 5'4", blood type AB once again, weight 112 pounds, birthplace China. Birth date June 28th. I think that's, is that Gemini's? I think that's the Gemini's. Like sports and parties. Okay, so Reefa might be in them streets a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then dislikes singing only because she's bad at it. So, hey, can't do everything, Reefa. All right, so we got the next sister up. Tolly, another Chinese girl who wears a dark blue China dress. Okay. Her bangs are parted to the side. She's the middle sister. And she's a student who blogs about everything she does, including wherever she goes and wherever she eats. So basically, she's an Instagram girl. Or back when blogging was a thing, she was doing that. So Tolly is good friends with Anna, so the Russian girl we were talking about, and the two often exchange information. Okay, so two studious kind of girls being friends, that makes sense. She takes things at her own pace, has a bright and cheerful personality, and she easily becomes friends with others. I can see it. Look at that smile, man. Look at that smile. Matter of fact, see if I can, let's do this. All right, see if I can expand that a little bit. Again, that's what she said. Yeah, look at it. Look at that smile. And your captain learning computer tricks along the way. Anyway. That's $1 million smile right there. And crap, I lost it. It's all good. Let's actually shrink this. That's not what she said. Cool. And let's actually... No, go away. I tell you, man, this is a podcast, man. We do it live over here. So, 5'4", 121, blood type B. November 17th. Another Scorpio. From China. Likes I'm Xiaolongbao. I think that's how I say that. Xiaolongbao. And that is a, tell you what, we're gonna open that in a new tab because I want information. Let's see, Xiaolong. Oh, okay, so it's a small Chinese steamed bun. So basically, all right, fair enough. That's what those are. The pork buns. That's what Xiaolongbao is. And hopefully I said that right. Cool. So going back. And so she hates reptiles and pigeons. Hey, that's pretty fair. You know, reptiles, they can be hit or miss, but pigeons, I tell y'all all the time, man, birds are buttholes. So that's that on that. Tonfa, the third sister. So she's a Chinese girl who wears a white China dress and a floral hair accessory. One of the more popular members of the group. Okay, so... And she's the oldest of the three sisters and wanted to be a nanny or kindergarten teacher as a child. Okay, so Tonfa loved the kids. That's what's up. She looks after her sisters, preparing dishes like a professional. Her name means winter flower in Chinese, being named so due to being born on a cold winter day. All right, so the sisters all about the same height. So 5'4.5", 123 pounds, blood type B. Born on December 30th. Shout out to the Capricorns. Okay, so she loves sewing and cooking, obviously, and dislikes slimy things. Ugh, no one really likes slimy things like that. So I think that's that's all of them. All right, so yeah, I think we covered every last bit of them. Okay, so this is just like concept art and stuff like that, and not even concept art, but just like artist renditions, which are pretty cool. And they actually made an appearance in Street Fighter V. Some of them made an appearance in the beach stage in Street Fighter V. So if you ever wonder who those girls were in the beach, it's definitely some of them. So let's see. Got the different sprites there, so you can kind of see those. And I got something else related to that at the end of the stream I'm going to talk about as well. But anyway, let's go into this. Let's talk about if these girls were characters, how would we make moves with those? Let's have a little fun here. In chat, feel free to participate in this. I want to hear y'all's take on this too. So, Anna. So, at first glance, I'm getting like I don't know if you remember Colleen from Street Fighter V, but I'm thinking she's very much an inspiration for that character. So, if we're going to make her an actual character, since Colleen is already a thing, maybe make Anna like either electric or fire, like have similar attacks but have a different element. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, or you could kind of make. So I had a couple of things in here. Kula Diamond, so she could kind of fight like that in terms of like fighting style. Again, with the fire motif instead of ice, because a Russian girl with ice, that's a little too easy. And I also thought about Kyrene herself, since she's a friend of Kyrene, she could probably share some different moves, things of that sort. So trying to put that in mind. So we got that. And then the next one I had a lot of fun with thinking about Fair Libra, because like I mentioned in the description, I really think they were fighting between using Elena and using her as kind of like the token black girl of the game. But it's weird. Even though her and Elena share a similar look, I don't think they will fight the same. And it's mostly because of those skates. So when I see her, I'm thinking immediately like, again, I guess Cool Adama will come to mind too. But also I think of skates and like Cherry Hunter from the Streets of Rage series. So maybe like some different grabs where she like jumps on top of them and like tap, 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 gets them upside the head. She'd obviously be very fast, but her movement would be kind of wonky, again, because of those skates. So a lot of sliding happening, almost like Hakan when he's oiled up. You know, he kind of moves around kind of funny. Fair Libra will be something very similar. Let me see. Also, another thought, because I also thought Elena as well, like, because the skates does have like a breakdancing move, she could have that as well. Yeah. Trying to think of some other ones, like a lot of forward attacks. So she would fight similar to Elena, but not quite with the same exact moves. Because something I was thinking about as well, Elena could have passed for a Judgment Girl. She'd just be from Kenya. Like I could see Elena like doing like the handstand or something like that to celebrate the win, to celebrate, to show the sign, whoever it is. So that's what I'm thinking for Fair Libra as far as a type. And like I said, feel free to disagree or agree in the comments. We can talk about it once we read the chats. So going down to Julia, never make a fool of ya. Now this is where it gets interesting, because I had 3 in mind, but I'm gonna add a 4th in there as well. So Julia, I think, a riding girl, so she probably has a whip of some sort. So I'm thinking, whip from King of Fighters. I'm thinking poison from Street Fighter, but also I'm thinking a little bit of Dudley as well. The whole English thing happening. I don't know if she'd be a boxer per se, but maybe like a similar swag to Dudley, like the whole, proper, prim and proper type thing. So yeah, that, a whip would certainly be an issue. But also too, something else I thought about, maybe calling the horse as a super, kind of like what May does in Guilty Gear, calling the dolphins. So that could be something else as well. Calling in the horse like run across the screen. But for Street Fighter, that'd be a little much. That's definitely more of like a Marvel versus Capcom or even Darkstalkers type thing. So, with that being said, Julia could be a decent Darkstalkers character as well. Just, something to think about. All right, so moving on to Lily. Lily, another fashionable woman from India. Oh, we already read the description. Let's talk about the moves list. So I'm thinking for her, I'm thinking maybe Manat. Maybe some Yoga Fire from Dalsim, because she is a Manat, Dalsim, or even Athena from King of Fighters. Especially Manat and Athena, because they have similar fighting styles. So maybe have like some fire orbs or something like that. Even though we already talked about fire, maybe have Lily do electric. That could be fun. And maybe do like some different teleports and things like that. Or, be able to multiply into kind of like what Rose does a little bit. So Rose could be another archetype we could use to inspire Lily's play, especially in Street Fighter 3, since Rose isn't there. So she could kind of be the Rose of the Street Fighter 3 series. So moving on, we got, so for the 3 sisters, one thing I wanted to think about was, because there's pretty much a token Chinese girl in every fighting game as well. But for this one, I wanted to look to the 3D fighting games for inspiration. So, and this could be debated as well, but I know I want to have one be more like Lei Fang from Dead or Alive. I wanted to have one model Ling Xiaoyu from Tekken. And then I want to have a third one model Pai Chan from Virtua Fighter. Now, exactly who would be who? That's where it gets tricky. Especially thinking about the different descriptions for him. So Rifa being an athlete, I would probably look at, let me see. Actually, I'll probably look at Lei Feng because Lei Feng is probably more of the tomboyish out of the three. For Tali, student, likes to blog everything she does. Ooh, this word gets tricky. Like to be more of a nurturer. I'm thinking, right off the bat, I'm thinking Pi. But if I give her Pi, then Tonfa is going to make sense. Because Tonfa is the older sister. She looks after everybody. So that would make Tonfa be Ling. Probably. I don't know, man. I may have to swap out Lei Feng and Ling for Tonfa and Rifa. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, or let me know what y'all think in the chat about that. Because like I said, I make room to be 100% wrong about this. I make room for debates and all that kind of stuff. And lastly, Effie. Effie. Well, we don't need a picture. We already talked about her. But anyway, Effie, she would definitely have some of Necro's moves, kind of like a bastardized version of Necro's moves, but also have a little bit of Yuri from Art of Fighting, King of Fighters, because Yuri is a girlfriend of a character. Effie is a girlfriend of a character. So that's how I envision that. So that's the Judgment Girls. Kind of my thoughts on the move list. Once again, feel free to comment, start the conversation there. And one other thing. So as you know, your captain is also the CEO of High Score Designs. And in commemoration of this moment, because I knew I was either going to talk about, because let me tell y'all something. This actually was going to start out as a TikTok, like a real quick series of TikTok videos. But I was like, no, I have a podcast now. We're going to make it a topic for the podcast. And then I could break it up and then make TikToks out of it. So even knowing I was going to do this at some time, your captain made some merch. Got the Judgment Girls right there. You can see them all. Just go to highscoredesigns.com and you can pick that up. Or you can win you can win the first attack contest and get it for free. So go ahead and there's the link right there if y'all want to check that out after the stream or whenever. So let's see.